Why you let him play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is you talking about?
I've already had the conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn out.
They trying to say I was over there trying to second pass it, but they ain't going to tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping.
Hey,
He know I stand on business. He know that.
Sir.
Ain't no nigga ever pulled my car ever in life. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business.
So I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm going to make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. You know, me and his uncles, you know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with a short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who is at such another level of life. Now,
GOAT reasons you going viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
the best one for me is King Latifah.
Ah!
Hold up, y'all. The tea is scalding today. Rap legend T.I. is making headlines, and it's not for his music. A bombshell DNA report just dropped, revealing that the baby isn't his son's, King's. And his reaction to King Harris and his baby mama has everyone talking. Stay tuned because this family drama is about to get real messy. T.I. had to step in and take charge of the messy situation between his son King and King's baby mama, Big Nana. Turns out the critics were spot on. This woman seemed to be all about the money. She was playing mind games with King, draining him both emotionally and financially, leaving him broker than a church mouse.
Me in your hood, I stand on
I don't
business.
feel like you stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world, I'm going to put it out there for them to see.
Hey, man,
I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do. Like, what?
You was behind that till you cried.
No, I got too much to drink. I drunk too much. Drunk too much.
Let's go.
Just get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other shit. Like this being shit. Just being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You up here flagging.
You left and went and got a house somewhere else.
Because you started cheating. Yes, sir. For those who don't understand, Tip had some infidelities with a girl who I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons why I got my own house.
I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury. Keith.
I ain't never get my t-shirts made. T-shirts.
Hey, well, to tell you the truth. Yeah.
King was getting a crash course in how manipulative people could be when they were after something. Luckily, his dad wasn't having it. Word on the street says T.I. laid it out for Big Nana. She wasn't about to leech off his family or sneak her way into King's wallet. From the jump, this so-called relationship was doomed. It wasn't some innocent teenage love story. No way. At just 19, King found himself tangled up in a full-on family drama. And things hit a new level of crazy when Big Nana popped up with a baby bump, claiming King was the father. Here's the kicker. King wasn't even close to being ready for fatherhood. Let's be real. He was barely acting like an adult. With his wild antics and immature behavior, it's no wonder people were questioning how they ever thought they could start a family. At first, no one really made the connection when she started showing off her baby bump all over social media. But it all clicked when T.I. confirmed in an interview that King was expecting a baby boy.
He just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Now, under normal circumstances, this might have been something to celebrate. After all, T.I. and Tiny were already enjoying being grandparents. Tiny's daughter, Zanique, had a baby girl back in 2020, and T.I.'s son, Domini, recently welcomed his daughter. By judging T.I.'s tone when talking about King becoming a dad, it was obvious he wasn't excited about this news.
You left and went and got a house somewhere else.
Because you started cheating. Yes, sir. For those who don't understand, Tip had some infidelities with a girl who I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons why I got my own house.
Fans caught on quickly, especially when T.I. joked about raising the baby to terrorize King as payback for his own wild behavior. But it didn't really come off as a lighthearted grandparent joke. It sounded more like he was gearing up to step in because he didn't think King and Big Nana were ready to take on the responsibilities of parenting. Right after that interview, the internet detectives got to work. They dug up an Instagram page linked to Big Nana, who was rumored to be King's baby mama from the beginning. The whispers about her being in it for the money started to gain traction. Insiders claim T.I. wasn't fooled for a second. He'd seen right through her act from day one. He even warned King to stay on guard, saying she could easily manipulate him if he didn't watch out.
You know, me and his uncles, you know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with a short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life.
But King, he wasn't trying to hear any of it. He was too caught up in the excitement of having someone pay him attention. To him, it was all about being in what he called a relationship, even though the red flags were practically waving in his face. It's no shock that King didn't want to take his dad's advice. He and T.I. haven't exactly had the best relationship. Growing up, King didn't have a steady father figure because T.I. spent a lot of time in and out of jail. Even when T.I. was home, the family dynamic wasn't exactly picture perfect. T.I. and Tiny were more about enjoying each other's company than spending time with their kids, fully embracing the whole forget the kids vibe.
Nah, because you would feel the same way.
It is you. My point is, you are up your own.
Oh.
You are, because this is big for you.
Why are you yelling?
Because you sitting here crying.
No, this is not the
You
business.
won't be crying every goddamn show you get. Please tell him what's going on.
Bro. Come on. It's all right. My bad. Come on.
Fast forward to last November, and things got heated again, this time at a Falcons game. King had some kind of argument with someone there, and his family didn't hold back. The guy reminded him that he wasn't the ghetto guy he was trying to act like, pointing out that he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. King wasn't having it, though, and started shouting back. That's when T.I. stepped in. He called King out, telling him he was embarrassing himself and the family. But things didn't end there. The argument got physical, with T.I. making sure King knew exactly who was still the father in the situation.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
in your
ear. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
had some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando in my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said it he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
King went on a rant, stating he didn't want the life he had growing up and preferred being outside of the neighborhood. That incident definitely put a strain on T.I. and King's relationship, but things took a nosedive when King accused his dad of leaving him in the hood. Fans couldn't help but wonder if he was just clout chasing, trying to boost his rap career by pushing this narrative of being a struggling kid from the ghetto. Naturally, people weren't buying it. The internet lit up with comments like, "Wait a minute, how are you T.I.'s son, living in a mansion in a gated community, and you're out here pretending to be broke?" King didn't waste time firing back at the critics, though. He claimed he actually did grow up in the hood at his grandmother's house, which he called a bando. Now, if you're not familiar, bando is slang for an abandoned house, often tied to trap culture. King insisted that despite his parents' millions, he spent his childhood in what he described as the most ghetto of all places. But here's the twist. King said even in the hood, he didn't feel like he fit because of his wealthy parents. He claimed T.I. and Tiny only played the part of a happy family when the cameras were rolling. For example, during the filming of Family Hustle, King said he'd only visit the mansion on shooting days.
Yeah, man, it's a lot about that TV show, man, that got people confused. Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yeah.
And it
turns out King wasn't the only one who felt this way. Other members of the Harris family had similar stories. Take Zanique, for example. She spent most of her childhood living with Tiny's mom. She admitted feeling neglected because Tiny was always off with T.I., leaving her behind.
It hurt me. Why do you want to know if...
I'm really curious now.
Oh, because you want to know?
Yeah, I'm okay. This is outside of... I'm really going to beep it up, for sure.
Okay, so I would say what hurt me would be, like... honestly, like, my mom being, like, with Tip all the time.
Damn.
Like...
Timestamp that.
Not timestamp that. I feel like even now and today, like, that's how it is. Like, they're just tied to the hip. But now I'm grown, so it's like I can't really give a... But I can't... It's like...
Damn.
Type thing.
Damn, that's real.
That's
you feel like... You could turn something to see. You feel like...
Yeah, definitely. But also, it's like he don't...
The tension between King and his parents kept growing, and things reached a boiling point when King took to Instagram to air his frustrations. In a series of posts, he made it clear how he felt. Dudes be faking an image for the internet, and it ain't me. I don't give an F who you are. MFs can't play with me in my face. I'm not going for that. I'm a grown man now. I stand on business. Don't give an F who you are. If I'm a mistake, say that. Stop making the world think you F with me when you don't. Meanwhile, things with King's rumored baby mama, Big Nana, only made matters worse. Sources say T.I. didn't hold back and warned Nana not to try any shady moves, letting her know he wouldn't tolerate manipulation. When Nana found out she was pregnant, it seemed like she saw an opportunity to cash in on the Harris family wealth. But since King's music career was still struggling and he didn't have a steady income, it was assumed T.I. would end up footing the bill. Some rumors claim Nana specifically targeted King, seeing him as the weak link she could use to get to T.I.'s money. But T.I. wasn't falling for it. He's been around long enough to spot manipulation from a mile away. Reports say Nana started making outrageous demands, and King, being young and impressionable, gave in. He ended up spending all his money on her, and soon enough he had nothing left. That's when he had to turn to his parents for financial help. T.I. and Tiny stepped in to stop the situation right there. Allegedly, T.I. also gave Nana another warning, not to try pulling the same stunt again, or there would be consequences. Fans had plenty to say about the whole drama, with comments flooding in like, "These young girls need to know Grandpa and Grandma's money isn't your baby daddy's money. He's broke. All you get is the name, period." Another commenter said, "King's going to regret not listening to his dad in a few years. I just hope he doesn't marry that girl. That would seal his fate."
Play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and you're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is she talking about?
T.I. and Tiny were just starting to get into the swing of being grandparents. Tiny's daughter Zanique had a baby girl in 2020, and Dominique, another of T.I.'s kids, recently became a father too. T.I. even joked about how he was going to torture his grandkids as he raised them. But when T.I. found out that King was expecting a baby too, his reaction was a little different. It wasn't about being excited about becoming a grandparent. It was all the drama surrounding King's relationship with Big Nana that had him concerned. Yes, Big Nana, that's her social media name, has been showing off her pregnancy all over Instagram. Her bio even says, "Me plus KC for life," with KC standing for King C. Andre Harris. Tiny follows her account, which fans took as confirmation of their relationship. But here's the twist. Sources say Nana has been emotionally manipulating King. with some even accusing her of baby trapping him to secure a spot in the Harris family wealthy lifestyle. T.I. isn't new to all this, though. From the start, he warned King that Big Nana might not be in it for love. He told him straight up she might just want a slice of the Harris family fortune. T.I. made it clear that he wasn't going to let her manipulate her way into the family or their bank accounts. He even told King that if anyone's supporting Nana or the baby financially, it's on him at 20 years old. King might not be ready for that responsibility. T.I. and King's relationship has had its fair share of clashes. One time, during a heated moment at a basketball game, King went live on Instagram shouting, "I stand on business," while T.I. tried to calm him down, so much so that he had to put King in a headlock to teach him some respect. Things got even more intense when King accused T.I. of abandoning him in the hood. Fans quickly pointed out that King grew up in a mansion with millionaire parents. But King fired back, saying he spent most of his childhood with his grandmother in the hood, only visiting T.I. during filming for Family Hustle. Now, fast forward to today, and fans are questioning Big Nana's motives. Some think she believed having King's baby would lock her into a cushy lifestyle, but T.I. isn't having it. He's called her out publicly, accusing her of taking advantage of King's naivety and using her age and experience to manipulate him. Big Nana might have hoped to cash in on the Harris family fortune, but she didn't count on T.I. standing firm. As for King, he's still living the carefree rapper life, which definitely doesn't seem like the mindset of someone ready for fatherhood. Let's talk about King and his recent behavior. He's been trying to build his image of a streetwise rapper, but fans aren't convinced. A lot of people are pointing out that King grew up in luxury, which is far from the struggles he's trying to portray. As one fan put it, you can't have grown up with a silver spoon in your mouth and act like you're from the trenches. And now with a baby on the way, many are questioning if King has the maturity or resources to be a father. This whole situation has also brought the Harris family dynamic into the spotlight. While T.I. and Tiny are always together, their close relationship seems to have left some of their kids feeling overlooked. Zanique has mentioned how her mom often focused more on her bond with T.I., and King's recent actions show he might feel the same way. Despite all the tension, T.I. has always been there to guide his kids, though his style tends to lean towards tough love. King Harris and his baby mama. A deep dive into their relationship. King Harris, the son of rapper T.I. and singer Tamika Tiny Harris, has made a name for himself, not just because of his famous parents, but also thanks to his personal life, especially when it comes to his baby mama. Growing up in the spotlight has its challenges, and King's relationships have caught the attention of both fans and the media. In this video, we're diving into King Harris's relationship with his baby mama, taking a closer look at their journey, the obstacles they've faced, and how it's all impacted their lives. The dynamics of King's relationship with his baby mama are complicated. Between family ties, public scrutiny, and personal growth, things are never simple. With King being a child of such high-profile figures, his life is constantly under a magnifying glass.
Hey, King. I know the boys real white, King.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the tooth of the matter is.
Okay, Tip. All right, Tip.
Hey, man. Jada ain't got over Tupac Shakur.
Oh my God.
She was in that movie with Queen Latifah.
Man, now y'all going too far.
It's all right.
Old Titty Boy 2 Chainz.
King, my bad.
Nah, it's all right.
I was trying to give a compliment.
K-Dub be rubbing his nipples. It's all right.
King Harris was born on August 25, 2004, in Atlanta, Georgia, and he's the second son of rapper T.I. and singer Tamika Tiny Harris. Growing up in a family with deep ties to the entertainment world, King has had the spotlight on him since he was young. Known for his magnetic personality, he started to make a name for himself on social media and in entertainment. King's upbringing was shaped by his family's strong presence in both music and TV, with T.I. and Tiny being huge figures in the industry and stars of their own reality show, T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. King became used to the cameras and public attention early on. One of the big stories surrounding King has been his relationship with his baby mama. They've had their fair share of ups and downs, which is pretty common for young couples, especially when kids are involved. Their journey really highlights the challenges of becoming parents at a young age while dealing with all the pressures that come with fame. King's relationship with his baby mama reportedly started back in high school. At first, they kept things low-key, but as their relationship got more serious, it caught the eyes of fans and media. Their connection has had its highs and lows, making it a relatable experience for many young parents out there. As King and his baby mama's relationship grew, they started giving their followers a peek into their lives through social media. Their posts often show sweet moments, family gatherings, and the highs of parenthood. But with their relationship out in the open, it also brings a lot of public attention, some of which can be tough to handle. The reactions from the public about King and his baby mama have been all over the place. Many fans cheer them on, admiring their love and how they work together to co-parent. But there's also criticism, especially from people questioning whether they're ready for the responsibility of parenthood at such a young age. On one hand, a lot of fans have shown support, praising the couple for how mature and dedicated they are to their child. Positive comments on their posts often mention how they manage to balance their personal lives with the struggles of being young parents. This kind of support can really help them stay strong. On the other hand, they also get a fair share of negative feedback, mainly about their age and whether they're truly ready for the challenges of raising a kid. Some people wonder if they can handle all the pressure, especially with a spotlight on them. This kind of judgment can definitely add stress, but it's something they'll have to work through if they want to keep their relationship solid. Parenting young isn't easy, and King Harris and his baby mama are definitely feeling the challenges. But what stands out is their dedication to giving their child a stable and loving home. They've been open about how committed they are to co-parenting, always putting their child's well-being first, even if they have personal differences. This mature approach shows how seriously they take their parenting responsibilities, making sure their child feels supported and loved by both of them. However, that doesn't mean everything's smooth sailing. Being young parents comes with its own set of difficulties. Dealing with relationships, public pressure, and the day-to-day challenges of raising a child can be overwhelming, especially when you're always in the spotlight. For King, one of the toughest parts is balancing his public life with his private one. The fame that comes with his name often makes it hard to keep things normal with his baby mama. Looking to the future, it seems like King and his baby mama are all about building something solid together. Their experience as young parents is definitely shaping who they are, both individually and as a couple. So what's next? If Big Nana was hoping to rely on the Harris family's money, she might need to rethink her plan. Raising a child is serious business, especially without the support she might have expected. Will King step up and surprise everyone? Will T.I. soften his approach and become more involved as a grandparent? Or will this saga just keep getting messier? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. But let's be real, it's a messy situation for everyone involved. Fans are questioning if T.I. is justified in drawing a hard line with Nana. Is she really trying to be a good mom, or is there something else going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.